Hello people, welcome back to my channel. So I found 3 Mario tier lists that I think were pretty cool. Also though, that couldn't be a full video. So I thought, hey, let's make a compilation almost of these tier lists. Put them all together and I'll find a funny title for the video. For starting off though, we have Mario Maker 2 character tier list. So this one caught me off guard, but I thought it'd be super fun to do. So I'll probably be ranking them most off their design and character. Crazy. So obviously we're starting with 8-bit Mario. So this guy's a classic. He's an icon. Everyone knows who he is. Though like it doesn't do the Mario colors as well. It's still got that classic red. So you know what? I think for icon alone, I gotta put him and Luigi in S tier because both the 85 sprites. Toad and Toadette, really like they're probably the biggest ones. Like when you think of because these are modern versions, so you bring them to here now, they really knocked it out of the park here. I really think they did good with the diaper, the jacket, the head here. Like honestly, for how they had to decompile the characters, especially in a small form, these are all small forms, I think they did a really good job here. So honestly, though, I might put them in A just because obviously by how limited things were, and they don't have the icon status as these guys. When it comes to design, they aren't obviously peak because they can't really be. Mario 3 sprites. Now this is where I'll be a little more critical because they're not as iconic. Yeah, as you can see, they had to use like black hair and black overalls, all of that. For Mario, honestly, I feel like it's harder because I don't know like what there's a good way to put it, but like it just doesn't encapsulate. Like at the time we officially had Mario's design, it was 100% set in stone, and I feel like they did a good job at capturing that design. But also with the limited colors, they couldn't do as much. So, I'll put them in A because I really feel like they did a good job. And Luigi will get S because green looks nicer. Honestly, these two kind of have the same problem as Mario does. We're just like, they're very close to capturing that design, but you can still tell it's getting a limited approach. And Toadette I'm actually going to put in B because she looks extremely clunky. Now for world sprites are peak. Literally just captures the design so well. These are my favorite sprite forms of any of the characters. Just they look so nice. I love the colors chosen. Captures all of their details very well. Definitely the peak sprites. The new Super Mario Bros. Designs. Well, I mean, we've seen these like since 2006, so they get a little irritating. Though it kind of is the same thing where like it is just almost like having the sprites, but 3D modeled now. For irritation alone, because I've seen them so many times, I'm gonna put these two in A, put him in S, and she'll go in A too. Actually, for irritation alone, put them in B. So the 3D world. Now what I like about this design honestly is that like it's for one, I like their like flatter colors. Honestly, I think it makes them look more unique. I am not the biggest fan of though getting small, losing your hat, or changing the color. Toadette doesn't have this problem, so she already goes up here. And obviously Luigi goes up there. So with Mario, I'll put him in A and Toad in A because they're definitely the best 3D designs for 3D World. They obviously beat these characters, but they still I wish didn't lose the hat and didn't change the color. So one second, we just have to make the definitive tier list order, and I'm just putting in the order I would put it in. All right, so that's how S tier is gonna look. All right. So here's the definitive Mario Maker 2 tier list. Honestly, I don't think anyone's really arguing, especially with S tier. I think we did a really good job there. So that's part 1 of the vid. Part 2, Mario Kart Tour costumes. This one I saw and I'm like, yeah, this has to be done. This is such a cool thing. So starting off, we have OG Mario. Honestly, I feel like he should go in S. It's one that you'll always go back to. It's a classic design, always appealing. It's one that just never really can look bad. Like, I don't really know how you could mess up this design. You know, it's just, if you want something simple, you're always picking that one. We'll start with Builder Mario. Builder Mario. Nah, dude, I love the Builder Mario design as is. Like the orangish yellow kind of and red just looks so nice. The helmet and the buckle. I love his design so much, and he's always one I'll come back to when playing Mario Kart Tour. Mario really, like, his face alone is like an appealing design, so like you can put him in a lot of outfits and it'll still be an appealing design. Baby Mario, I'll put an A because like the baby characters can always get a little annoying at times because they've kind of overstayed their welcome. Except really like the OGs like Mario, Luigi, Peach, and them, but still, just seeing the baby characters can get a bit much. And really, if I'm wanting this design of a character, I'm going to play as normal Mario, not baby. Metal, I'm also putting an A because it really is just... Here's the thing, it's Mario with just a shiny coat of paint, and like there are different Marios that just change up the colors, but this one isn't as appealing. So I'm not going to really pick him most of the time. Musician Mario. Honestly, not one of my favorite designs for the character. I think he looks better in a black suit than a red suit. The hat really just like, I don't know, it seems really small to me for some reason. I don't ever tend to pick him. I think he was one of the first, if not the first, unlockable character in Tour though. So I mean, he's got that, but I'm not going to go around picking this guy. Tanuki, I'm going to put an A. I love the Tanuki design. It's just so fluffy, but like, man, if I'm going to pick Mario, I kind of like the more, I don't know, I kind of like these more put together ones, but he can be a bit clunky looking at on screen. Baby Koala Mario, C tier. I don't like this design at all. I don't like the ears on the hat. The backpack is cute, but like, again, it's just Baby Mario, but the ears are just, it just looks ugly on the design. Ice Mario, based off Galaxy. I should put it in S for being in Galaxy, but it kind of is the same thing of Metal Mario, so basically the same reason for Metal Mario, except blue. Baseball Mario. Again, not one of my favorite designs for the character either. I do like the idea of giving him a baseball jersey, so like, you know, if they do another Sluggers, but I don't know, this helmet on this character just doesn't look as nice. Like I don't know, it's like with Mario's head shape design, it's kind of like the hat. Some hats will look good and some hats won't. And just for some reason, this one does, this one doesn't. Baker Mario. This one I love a lot. It could just be like, it's because it's from Yoshi's Cookie, I don't know, but like, he isn't, like, I don't know, I just love the design on the character. The white and red always looks so fun. Like, I use this guy in Odyssey, I use him in Tour, like, he's one of my favorites. I don't know, maybe I just have a soft spot for him, but he's definitely going in S. And of course, classic Mario in an S. I always love when they reference his original design with the more orangish red and the blue. The blue and red overalls even in general, so he always gonna get an S tier from me. I don't know, I know what this is from, but I don't remember what the name of it is. Honestly, A. I like this design for Mario. It's not one of my favorites. Like I said, I really do like these ones where it sticks more to him, but like, it still really looks good on Mario. The black cape is nice, and I like the little emblem on it. Emblem? Haha, I'm not funny. Vampire Mario, B. I like the purple cape. It looks nice with his red and blue. It like complements it well, but the huge pumpkin on the head just, it doesn't do it for me. It's too much, too overbearing. A Ninja Mario maybe? I don't know. I really don't know these two, but he he'd either go in A or B for me just because like, I think I'll put him in A. it's a really appealing design. Once again, another one I like. Kind of the same thing here, where it's just like not one of my favorites, but it's not a bad design. Definitely one I would go back to from time to time. That's kind of what this is. Like, ones I will always pick for Mario, ones I'll kind of pick, ones like once in a blue moon, and ones I won't. So D and F really, I don't think are gonna get used here. So you know what, we'll get rid of them, and we'll change this one. Won't use. Always use. There. I think that's the definitive way to put it. Yeah, that'll actually make it easier to put these guys here. Motor Mario. Yeah, kind of the same thing with the vampire here. Just the helmet is a lot to take in. And also, I like that they use his defining colors, red and blue. But it's kind of like Spider-Man, where like he has two definitive colors, and like almost when either one dominates the other or a new color comes in, it doesn't appeal to me as much. Like the new Spider-Man design, the PS4 one, like I don't like the white emblem. With this one, I feel like there should be a little bit more blue, and also there's too much white. So the colors aren't really appealing to me. I don't like the helmet, but I mean it's still a cool design. Santa Mario. I definitely will use this guy sometimes. Oh, he's just a funny guy, you know. The white eyebrows and beard's always a good time. But Mario's design just looks nice in a Santa outfit. I don't know. Always one I'll use around Christmas time. Statellaview. Here's the thing. He has the clunky head issue I have with these two. But he's also like the Statellaview reference just like gives him the bump from these two. Though like I know he's a reference to art, and I know he's a reference to like a lot of these are references, crazy. But he's always had an appealing design to me. See, the thing is also as well, a lot of these are Odyssey outfits. So there's also that Odyssey bias gonna be legit. So like he has the clunky head issue, but his design is his appealing design everywhere else is what's carrying him. SNES Mario, easy, always use. One of the coolest racers they did in the game. Making him entirely sprite-based was such a cool idea. Obviously, it's a bit harder to do because it's a 3D game, but I think they did him pretty well. Obviously, the SNES sprite is super appealing. I love the design for this Super Mario Kart characters, and I always love going back to him. Another easy always use, Sunshine Mario. I love the shirt and shades so stinking much. I love it in Odyssey. I love it in this game. I loved it in Sunshine. It's just such a classic. It really is one of Mario's best. It honestly is one of Mario's best like alt designs. I definitely. I think I'll do the same thing I did for the Maker 2 one, where I'm gonna put everything up where it is and I'll put it in order. So then you'll see which one I would use the most. Swim Mario. Honestly, I won't use this guy. I don't like the blue and white outfit he's got going for him. It looks kind of ugly. And then the clunkiness of the tube and the big web feet. Like, this is obviously a swimmer outfit as swimmer outfits get. So I'm not like dogging it for that. It's just like I don't like the design on Mario. And it's really clunky, especially for racing. Wow, Wedding Mario, of course, going to be always using. Mario looking absolutely dripped out. Here's the thing too, like I said, like this guy I don't like in the red. In the white and black, though, Mario just looks absolutely clean. It's such an appealing design, really. Definitely one of the best suit outfits, if not the best suit outfit they give into Mario. Lastly, Penguin Mario. Also, I'm just gonna say I don't know as of this. Or like I don't know how up to date this one is. I haven't played Tour in a minute, so I actually know all these costumes are in the game, but I don't know if there's more. Penguin Mario sometimes use. I love Penguin Mario. I love his design, but like he's kind of the clunkiness. Just like really like if the character is too big, sometimes it's harder for me to see, especially on the phone. You know, it's easier in some games, but like yeah, I don't like the bigger designs anyway. So to move this list around in the way I'd have it, honestly, these two are set. I'd probably put Santa Mario and Statellaview at the very top. Ice Mario, Tanuki. Actually, yeah. Yeah, that's about right here. And then lastly, really the Mario I use the most is Classic and Sunshine. These two are my favorites. They're the ones I play as the most. SNES Mario I love to death, but you know, like I said, just with his sprite base, sometimes it's a little but he's still goated. Of course. So this is the yep, alright. This is the order I'd have it in. Really, honestly, besides these two, I'd still like not an awful design. This is the only one I'd say is a bad design, so I don't know why I have it in that order. This is definitely the only one I'd be like, nope, no way, no how. This one's like, nope, no way, no how. But still, it's not awful. These ones are pretty solid all around. But these ones are peak. These are the, what's it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the top 7 right here. These are the 7 I recommend. Anyway. Take one last look. If you have any of these characters, play as them now in Tour. And last but not least, this is a Mario DS enemy tier list. I just thought this was too good to not pass up. I'm really just gonna be like, how annoying are they and how goated is the design? So here's the little zoom ball, the little electric ball thing. Gonna put him in B. He's pretty annoying. Actually, yeah, I got a great idea. I'm gonna have to cut back to this anyway, but alright, so this is how we're gonna rank it. We're gonna rank it based on how annoying the character is. I think that'll be more fun than like design stuff. So this any guy, like he really isn't like he doesn't move as much, but like if you're around him and you have to dodge a bunch of them, always a pain in the booty. The spike ball, easy, honestly, it's just a timing game. Does not take that much to really work with. Same with this. Yeah, I'm looking for mostly, those are the big timing ones, really. This is timing, this is timing. Well, this one could be kind of a challenge, these two, because they're a bit trickier to time. Big Boo, I mean, it's just Boo but bigger, but it's the same really thing as a Boo. Like, Boos are kind of easy. I feel like the more you play Mario, the more these basic enemies become way easier, which honestly makes this a lot easier to go through some of these guys. Like, I don't even have to explain why these are, like, the basic enemies just always gonna be easy to pull through. Bonsai Bill, definitely kind of a challenge. Like, these two are kind of a challenge compared to the tiny version just because of size, which, hey, use size to your advantage. The cannon, yeah, the cannon also, same thing, just bigger size can always be an annoyance. These blocks. Okay, these blocks are kind of a challenge just because they can always dupe you and jump around. And when you're trying to dodge stuff and they're jumping about, it can always be a challenge. These ones, they're just basic bullet bills, but like they flip around, so it's really paying attention to the arrows, but it's still 2 shots, so definitely more of a challenge. Hammer Bros, I think, because I just saw it, kind of a challenge, definitely, because of the hammers. They've always been a challenge. And Fire Bros is kind of like more horizontal. This one has vertical and horizontal, so Hammer Bros definitely better, but Fire Bros still a challenge. Blooper, one of the basic enemies that still annoy me to this day. It's just, the targeting of bloopers is actually insane. I don't know how its code is so good. Oh, Boomerang Bro, I see you. Okay, all the bros in here. Dry Bones, honestly, easy because he doesn't really... He, like, regenerates, but he's not too much of a problem. Alright. Oh, we see we already had the little bit left. Cheep Cheep. You can only really kill Cheep Cheeps with fire. I guess it's a big, so yeah, I'll just keep the consistency. But, like, they're really easy. Oh, this guy. This guy's definitely an annoying. It takes way longer to kill him than a regular Cheep Cheep, so that's already annoying. Then he targets you, and then if he eats you, you're insta-dead. So he's always been a pain, because water levels, even out of water levels, like when he's just jumping through the water, he's so annoying. They've consistently made him annoying. This is the music right now when I'm venting about him. Bomb, easy peasy, and you can use him as an attack, so that's always helpful. I'm gonna put this circle of fire in easy because I don't really know how to describe it. Spitting piranha plants, I'd say kind of a challenge. Same with the biting ones. If you don't have a fire flower, they can be way harder to take care of. Obviously another timing enemy, so he's easy. Spike balls, those kind of go from Lakitu, so I put, well, yeah, they can be different, but it's part of Lakitu. Lakitu, just for following you and being able to throw these consistently, though I'll put those kind of a challenge because it's more of his attack. If you can get enough vertical and get up to him and take him out, then that's awesome, but 9 times out of 10 you won't be able to, so he'll just be following you like the whole level, so he is very annoying. But he's still easy enough to dodge if you're running fast, so I really wouldn't put him as that hard. Moneybags, okay, despise him, because while you think he should be easy to kill, of course he's not, and he takes more work than he really should, especially for this design. This should not look like a hard to beat character. These guys, like, really, though they have spikes, so you can't jump. It's just you can easily jump over them or kill them with fire, so they aren't as much of a challenge as they really should be. Yeah, the Pokies, like, they just have vertical, which is huge, but how the game designs them, they're easy to evade. There's a lot of areas you can just pass them. Let's see what else we got. This Womp or Thwomp. I always get these mixed up. I'm so good at that. So these are the big ones and then the tiny ones. The tiny and big ones are really based on timing, so the size doesn't matter here. And really, I think these are fair to put in these spots because while they're more timing, since he's wider, you have to either quick jolt back and forth or try to run through without, you know, him flipping back up or vice versa. So he's pretty good. He's a pretty good challenge. The bats. The bats are honestly kind of a challenge just because they swoop down back and forth. If there's a group of them, it will take a while. The punchy guys are also, because the momentum on them just can be a lot more difficult to learn than you'd think. These guys are more like once you master them, it gets a lot easier, hence like kind of a challenge. The fat ones, the fat hammer bros, definitely go in okay, I see you, because while they don't have as much physical or as much of attacks, they have the physical like jump and land that shakes everything up. If you're bad at timing, when you have to learn the timing, but they're harder too because you have to also get to them and kill them. So I'll definitely put him as more of a challenge. Big Dry Bones. Big Dry Bones is definitely here because he is a normal Dry Bones, except, you know, big, and you can't just normal jump. So you have to be more careful with how you approach. And jumping is harder because of hitboxes on him, obviously. So definitely is more of a challenge. The Chain Chomp. Gotta put him higher up just because Chain Chomp has always been so annoying. His ability to go back and forth with his obviously chain has always been a pain to deal with, but you know, he's definitely one where a lot of these really are timing. It's crazy to think about it, but they're timing in different ways, so they can get annoying. This guy in the air, honestly, I think I can only put him in kind of a challenge. It'd either be kind of a challenge or easy, because while if you're on one of those moving platforms where you don't have much space to dodge, he's still just will move, stop, move, stop. He gives you plenty of times to attack, but you still gotta be careful of the fire, so there's a bit of challenge in there. These guys definitely know KICU because, oh my word, if you played any dark level in a Mario game and these guys are involved, actually any game, because I'm thinking of Mario 3, that's about DS, I know. He still is an absolute pain. Even though he will light your way, he can be so annoying to dodge, especially on those layered platforms where he can just hop from coast to coast almost. These birds, honestly, they're nothing like the bats. Easy peasy. They barely get in the way, if you ask me. The rocks from World 8, those can be super annoying, but if you run fast enough, you should be able to dodge them kind of decently. These bugs pretty easy. These bugs easy. Like, they really don't hold much of a challenge. They're all a lot of just new enemies that you have to jump on, but in new areas, which I do like. Wiggler, honestly, he just stays alive, but really, you can bounce on him indefinitely, so he's not as much of a problem. The eel, always been annoying. He's always been irritating. Can always seem to get in the way. He's not as annoying as he is in Super Mario 64, but, you know. If he's on the screen, you're always freaking out. It's just the eel's aura. Big eel, not as much of a problem because he hides more in rocks, or like he's just chasing after you on like one side of the screen. He's not as much of a problem as the tinier ones. Chestnut bomb thing, easy, just basically the same thing as the regular bomb. Green Cheep, kind of like the other Cheep. I think he's the big version. Okay, then he definitely goes up here, you know, for size. Okay, these guys in Ice World. Wait, no, I remember. Yep, these guys in Ice World are so annoying that they hit you on the one side, you bounce on the other. Feels like you can never beat them. You're already sliding about. These guys annoy me to death. These guys that throw the ice, they're very annoying. Trying to run towards them, but like it's just a lot of more jumping and running, which gets annoying. But you can take it. You can take it. All right, these are easy just for being small versions of that. Already Wiggler, but baby. The shark is not as annoying as these two, but he can still be a pain. He kind of has same similarities, but they're not as bad. You know, it's just Goomba with 2 hits. And lastly, this thing. Oh, remember him in the water. He's also annoying. If you couldn't tell, it's basically the water enemies that are the worst. I'm not gonna do what I did with the other two because this one will be harder to like rank by annoyance in general. But if I were to put one in the most like leave me alone, this guy, always annoying, and maybe this dude honestly, just to spice it up. This is for sure what I'm going with. This could also be because I play a lot of Mario games, so like I've learned them a bit too well, so I can handle most of these enemies a lot more. But the water enemies and this ice guy always are a pain in the butt. So honestly, that's the end of the video. It was actually a lot more fun doing a bunch at once. Definitely helps. I think it helps spice up the video a bit. But you know, you all tell me if there's a tier list I should do for anything at all.